everyone, and welcome to Over 50 So What? A lot has happened since I last saw you. I was walking down the street, got distracted for a split second, put my foot in a hole, boom! And I have broken my ankle. So I will be a few weeks talking to you in the moon boot. We did have a session on falls prevention a few weeks back, and one of the major tips was look where you're going. So that means no turning to your friend, chatting to them while you're walking, no looking down at your phone while you're walking. Look what happens. 4 of my friends, would you believe 4 of my friends have broken their ankle by having a fall in the last 12 months. So please look where you're walking. Now in today's show, we're going to start off with some back care tips with myself and Andrew Jobling. Then after the fitness segment, we're going to meet the inspiring Karen Sander from Aging Fearlessly. This time she's going to share a few tips on how to stay motivated and share with us some interesting ideas on things you might want to try in your 50s and 60s. Enjoy.
Hey there, welcome to the Wellness Zap. My name's Andrew, this is Carol, and we're wonderfully happy to be here. I'm excited. Look at Carol jumping out of her skin. Now, part of the reason why Carol is jumping out of her skin is because she's got a healthy back. And if you don't have a healthy back, you know what it's like. Life is pretty miserable. So I'm going to hand it over to Carol, successful speaker, author, TV personality, who's going to tell you all about how to look after your back. Over to you, Carol.
Thanks, Andrew. Yes, when you got a bad back, you know all about it. You can't do anything, you can't sleep, it gets into your whole work life, your family life, your leisure life. It ruins everything. And unfortunately, in 2017, the Australian Bureau of Statistics found that 4 million Australians suffer from back pain, and that 90% of us are going to have back pain at some time in our lives, 90%. And the biggest concerning area is when you're working. So 77% of people, 15 to 64, very good, Andrew, sitting up nice and straight there. 77% of the back pain problems are during those working years. And after that, the back pain diminishes. So hopefully today you'll get a few quick tips and hints as to how you may prevent yourself from getting back pain in the future and not become a statistic, or how it might alleviate any back discomfort you've got now. Of course, if you do have a chronic condition, we would suggest you go to a health practitioner. Now, we have talked about this briefly before, about the problem of us sitting down all the time, and that's the working years is when the back pain is the worst. A lot of us sit down for work, and we're in what's called the forward flexed position. So we're forward, which means that the muscles in the front get tight. So your hip flexors get tight, your chest gets tight. So the tip is you want to stretch the muscles in the front and you want to strengthen the muscles in the back. When it comes to the hip flexors, these are really, really important because the hip flexors attach to the discs and the vertebrae in the lower back. So they are a leading cause of lower back pain. So I'm just going to show you a quick and easy stretch for your hip flexors. Just lift your back heel and you bend, and all you need to do is tuck your bottom under. So squeeze your buttocks, push forward as hard as you can, and you'll feel a deep stretch in here. That's what you're aiming for, a stretch in here. So the more you tighten your buttock, tuck your bottom under, the more you'll feel the stretch right through there, through the hip flexors. So if you can try and do that stretch every day, that's really going to help your back pain or help prevent you from getting back pain. And I do it religiously myself every day. So that's the hip flexors. Now, with this chest, what you can do is on a doorway, you can just lean on the doorway, get a lovely stretch through the chest. That's a nice, easy stretch to do. Or squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back. Or lying on the floor, you can put your arms over your head. So lying on the floor on your back, arms over the head, stretching out the pecs. So stretching out the front, then strengthening the back. You want to do any kind of rowing motion. So rowing on a rower with a band, or bent over rowing with weights. Any kind of rowing motion is going to strengthen the back. And then you want to work on your glutes. And again, on the floor, on all fours, anything where you're taking your leg backwards is going to work on the glutes. So strengthening the back, stretching out the front. And the other thing I'll just go through is bending. So we want to lift with our legs, not bending over. This is your vertebrae. When you bend forward, it puts pressure on the disc in the front and pushes the disc out towards the spinal cord. So you want to avoid any kind of bending forward like this, because that is what's happening in your spine. Keeping a straight back, whether you're doing the gardening, whatever. Sometimes you go, oh, bent over, pick something up, put my back out. It wasn't that one incident, it was the fact that you've been doing it over and over and over and over again, causing what we call micro trauma. So avoid any kind of bending forward, use the legs. So stretch, strengthen, bend. So that's it for looking after your back. I hope that's been helpful. Andrew, is there anything you do particularly for your back?
Well, Carol, that's wonderful stuff, everything you said. I do a lot of stuff on my glutes. You talked about glutes and core. If I know that if I strengthen my core muscles and my glutes, then that's going to help me keep my back nice and strong. So yes, I do that every single day. So thank you so much, Carol. That was wonderful. You've given us some great tips of how to look after that back that keeps us up. So it's important to look after it, so make sure you do. Anyway, we will see you for the next Wellness Zap. See you later.
Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?